Hi, I'm Taylor. This is Anna, and we're going to be talking about and discussing some of Anna's favorite parts of her Abbey Road trip. So Anna, overall, what were some of your favorite, most positive experiences?
Well, my favorite part of the trip was that even though the leaders were really attentive to us and what we wanted, they also gave us a lot of really unstructured time, which was nice because that meant we got to know the cities on our own and we got to explore and get lost and have these experiences and really grow as young people. And it also meant that we got to know people outside of the group and that we got to build more personal relationships.
That's awesome. So during that free time that you were given, what was one thing that you really enjoyed?
Well, one night in Dresden, the option for our free time was to go to an outdoor movie. And even though it was in German, it was really cool to get to know the culture and the nightlife and just kind of be away from the everyday schedule that we normally have.
That's awesome. So today I'm going to be interviewing Maeve, and we're going to be talking about something that really stuck out to her and what were her favorite museums or exhibits. So, what was your favorite exhibit or museum that we visited?
Well, mine was visiting the concentration camp, Sachsenhausen. And the reasons for that was stepping through the gates and experiencing and reflecting and realizing how lucky I am to live in the world I live in and to not have experienced that kind of pain and that kind of torture. Yeah.
So out of that exhibit or museum, what really stuck out to you? What was something that you're going to take away?
Something that I'll take away with me after experiencing that is probably just walking through there, not talking to anyone, but just reflecting in myself and thanking everyone and everything that helped to stop that pain and that death from continuing.
Yeah, as we were walking through there, I noticed the same things too, and how it was something where in that time and moment you realize that in this place, that right now it's just a museum, but back then it was where people lived and where they experienced those things.
Yeah.
Hi, so today we're going to be talking with Jackie about some of her favorite experiences on the Modern Europe trip with Abbey Road. So Jackie, what was your favorite city that you visited?
I would have to say that the favorite city that we visited would definitely be Paris, France. And the reason for that being, I got so much cultural and internal experience from that trip. For example, one of our group leaders, Carl, he's a linguistic French major, so for him, French is a joke. But for the rest of us, it's an extreme language barrier when you're in a new country, in a new city, and you don't speak a word of that language. So our group leader, Carl, would actually teach us a lot of mini lessons and mini French words along our journey, and I think by the end of that 3 days, I gained more language in French than I probably have the last 3 years of school. Because when you're actually involved in being in a place like that, it's just so different, and the language barrier really gets you to have this promotion and want to learn more.
So while we were in Paris, what was your favorite activity that we did?
I would have to say that my favorite activity was actually eating. And as funny as that may sound, it's because the cultural food that they have there, for example snails, was definitely a new experience for me. I remember I ordered, the very second restaurant we went to, I ordered a thing of snails, and I was like, okay, let's see how this tastes. And it was just such a new experience to try something that's nowhere else around me in the world. And maybe it wasn't the best food I've ever had, but I can definitely now say I've eaten snails in France.
Hi, so I'm with Cece, and today we're going to be interviewing her, talking about her overall experience with Abbey Road, Modern Europe, and let's just get right into it. So Cece, what was something unexpected that you have gained from this trip?
So being the youngest here, I thought that all the older kids I wasn't going to be friends with, but that wasn't true because I'm friends with you, you're 17, everybody's older than me, I'm 14, so I made a lot of friends here that are older than me, and it doesn't seem to matter.
Yeah, it's kind of become a family in the short amount of time that we've been together. I know that especially in groups of 3, we've spent so much time together, we've been on so many different adventures that we've talked about. I know, especially us, we've talked about going on another trip with Abbey Road together next year.
Especially rooming with different people at each hotel in each city we go to lets you get to know everybody.
Yeah, and it really creates this family dynamic, and we're just so thankful for that. So on another note, how did you feel about the leaders and our group teachers?
Oh, so it was really helpful that Carl knew a lot of different languages, French, because I take Spanish in school, so all the countries we visited, I didn't know a word of what they were speaking. So I was really grateful that Carl could help.
That's awesome. Thanks for watching Taylor's Talk Show. Hi, so we're back with Taylor's Talk Show, and we're doing a little switch. And now Cece is going to be asking me some questions.
So how did you feel about being so independent on this trip?
I really like the independence that they gave us. I went on a trip with Abbey Road last year to Barcelona, and we actually had a lot more independence, but I think it was really unique and interesting to experience the cities that we went to and the places we've visited with people who are our peers, and without the guidance of an adult. It teaches you maturity, and it teaches you, you know, the discipline to be able to go off on your own and find your way back. Hi, I'm Taylor, and today I'm going to be interviewing Noah about his experience on the Modern Europe trip with Abbey Road. So Noah, what was your favorite thing, or what intrigued you the most about this trip?
Well, this entire trip was really intriguing, but I feel that just traveling around Germany, going to a place where so many historical events have happened was really interesting, especially when we arrived in Berlin. It was just crazy to think that just of all the stuff that's happened here with communism, the Berlin Wall, and World War II, it was just really interesting to see where all this hurt and history and war happened over so much time.
What was your favorite place that you visited, and what did you receive from that?
Well, I think my favorite place that I visited was probably the concentration camp, because it was just really moving to see a place where that actually happened. And you know, you learn about it in school and everything, you learn about what happened, but just seeing the place where it happened just really makes you think, let's not make that happen again.
Yeah.
It would never be, it just, yeah.
So in Germany, it sounds like you really enjoyed Germany. What was your favorite food that you tried?
Well, I think in Germany, I mean, I've had a lot of food like that before, but I feel like all the stuff we had was just so authentic and good. All the food we had there was really good.
You liked
There's
it all?
nothing really specific. I just liked everything we ate there.
That's awesome.